What's going on, everybody? This is your boy Man Up. I'm coming at you with a quick video. This one here is going to be kind of quick. As you can see on your screen, Toni Braxton regrets not having more sex when she was younger. Now, I can see where she's coming from because I know Toni Braxton grew up religiously, and I kind of did too. But there's always a downside into that, so I can see where she's coming from. But then also too, I believe if she would regret it at her age right now. I think Toni Braxton is around 50 years old or something like that. Somewhere around there. I gotta look it up, but something like that. And I think if Toni Braxton would have put herself out there more, it would not be good for her in her life, her career, her family, all that good stuff. And what I mean by that is this. Now, like I said, I know where she's coming from because I kind of did grow up religious. And you cannot, and I repeat, and you cannot force religion upon people, even your own kids. You cannot do that. Because, put it like this, I can speak from my personal experience, and it looked like this is what Toni is saying too. Looks like, because I don't know, but I'm just going by what I read in that article. Oh yeah, and I will leave a link to this article in the description box. But I know that if you force religion upon people, force your beliefs, period, upon people, it's not a good thing. For example, like I said, I kind of grew up on that. I used to have to go to church all the time. I used to go to church in Houston, Texas, off of I-10 East and Lockwood Drive in Fifth Ward. The name of the church was called Mount Rose Missionary Baptist Church. It was a small church. And I used to get whoopings if I didn't want to go to church. If I said I didn't want to go to church, I used to get whoopings. So if I didn't want to get no whoopings, I went to church. And even if I didn't want to go to church, still got those whoopings, I still was forced to go to church. But at the end of the day, you still gonna I guess what I'm trying to say is once you get older and people force religion on you, especially as a kid, you get out to the world, you'll see there's a whole big world out there full of everything, and you're gonna want to experience it, or at least some of it, or a lot of it, all of it. I don't know. It depends on you as a person. But once you do that, there's no turning back. It's not that it's always a bad thing. It's just that no matter what, people will force their religion upon you. And no matter what you do, they'll holler, it's wrong, it's wrong. Like, for example, people drink wine and they say, oh, that's wrong, you drinking that alcohol, you're going to hell, all that crap. But in the Bible, it says Jesus turned bread into wine. I ain't trying to get religious on everybody, but I'm just letting you know. And then also, too, another thing with this is, like I said, but on the other side of the coin, I put it like this. Once you do put yourself out like that, especially as a woman, women never wins in these kind of situations. Never. And you don't believe what I'm saying? I think the actor is Lawrence Fishburne, if I'm not mistaken. His daughter became a porn star. And it ruined him and the family. And he tried to stop her and the company from actually doing these things. And now look at it. She can't get a normal 9-to-5 job. She can't do anything because of the choices that she made. Like I said, it never. Now, I'm not saying that she can't turn her life around and become successful. No, I'm not saying that. But that thing that you've done, it's going to always come back to haunt you. Somebody's going to always bring that up. Don't believe me again? Look at porn star Mia Khalifa. She's trying to get her history erased, literally. She's trying to go to all these companies and pay them to erase her from being on, or in those adult movies. And anytime somebody brings it up, she gets mad and don't want to talk, and she'll try to change the conversation, or don't want to talk to you or whatever. And that's not how you do these things. But also too, like I'm trying to say here, is this. I get where Toni Braxton is coming from, because you grew up in a strictly religious household. And then once you hit the real world, you'll see that not everything is the way that you were taught growing up. Because like I said, I was that way too. And yeah, I made some horrible decisions. And I'm not saying Toni wouldn't have learned from those decisions. But from what I've seen in my lifetime, it never works out for women. It's always, she could have had a bunch of kids. She could have got an STD. She could have had this label on her, all kinds of which ways. And I know that's a double standard, which it is, and it sucks, and I wish it wasn't like that, but that's the way it is. It never works out for women. It never does. I don't understand why it's like that, but it is. Now, also, too, another thing that I realized is this. I seen a documentary on Toni Braxton, and she went through bankruptcy twice. And during one of those bankruptcies, she was struggling harder for cash, because she would spend money, ridiculously amounts of money, on dumb stuff. Like, for example, you know how you go to a store, you buy you a dinner plate, you know what I'm saying? Cost you a couple of bucks, $2, $3, $4, $5, whatever. Toni Braxton will buy dinner plates that will cost $100,000. One dinner plate that cost by $100,000. See, nobody taught her how to finance her money, how to how to balance a budget and stuff like that. She thinking she making all this money, she got it for forever. So all I'm saying is that being brought up religiously is not bad, but then you also need to teach your kids more than just what the Bible is. You got to teach them how to finance. You got to teach them how to make better decisions in their life when certain situations occur. Things like that. And also, too, while she was going through a bankruptcy and she was struggling for money, she wanted to pose for Playboy. So she considered it. I put it like that. She considered it, but didn't do it. Because she thought about it. She was like, nah, this is not going to look good for me, and blah, blah, blah. So at least she thought about that and said, nope, I'm not going to do it. But right now, talking about you regret not having more sex when you were younger, that's not a good idea. And like I said, I think she's looking at a lot of these women right today, like Megan Thee Stallion, like Cardi B, like Lil Kim, like Trina, all them putting themselves out there like that, and they getting all this attention and stuff. But you don't know how they really feel on the inside. Or people can put on the front in front of the camera, in front of you all day long. But when they by themselves or around someone they really trust and love, you don't know how they really are. Because all this is right now is just money. And a lot of people don't know this. They might not, but a lot of people don't know this. Megan Thee Stallion is a college graduate. But you would never know that. You would never know that by her actions and by her appearance and how she carry herself. Because she don't promote education. She promotes sex. Because I know that's what people are going to say. That's where the money's at. I already know that's what people are going to say. But you got to teach people really how to get out there and show the world that what your mind is capable of, not what your body is, not what's between your legs. That goes for men too, but I'm talking about Toni Braxton right now. And that's why I say women would never win in this situation. For example, like I said, if you think about this here, look how successful Queen Latifah is. A lot of people don't know this either. Queen Latifah is a college graduate and worked 2 jobs herself to put herself through college. She was going to college and worked 2 jobs, put herself through college. And look how successful she is. You see what I'm saying? And she promoted things like respect and honor, and and she promoted education as well too. But I know these days it's a different time, different world. I know all people want to hear about is getting it in. I guess you could say better. Well, turn for better words, or I'm trying not to say crazy words out there, but all I'm saying is this. At the end of the day, I'm kind of glad Toni Braxton didn't have a whole lot more sex when she was younger, because you never know what could have happened to her. And like I said, I just think that she's looking at females today and thinking, if I would have did this, I would have been in a better place than what I am now. Because it's not good. I see a lot of these guys doing a lot of crazy stuff. I'm not gonna lie, yeah, the money looks good, the cars look good, the house and all that. But I know I ain't selling my soul, my dignity, my self-respect, and my own honor for none of that crap. So at the end of the day, man, all I'm saying is, Toni Braxton, I'm glad you did not do that. Do I like your music? Me personally, no. But I can respect you because you didn't put yourself out there like that. For example, I can respect Beyonce, even though I can't stand her or her music, but I can respect her because she didn't put herself out there like that. I can respect a lot of these women and men who are preaching to have a better world to live in than just living in the moment, getting your little 2-3 minutes of happiness, and that's it. So at the end of the day, man, all I'm saying is this, and I'm finna go ahead and end this. Toni Braxton, glad you didn't do it. Because like I said, at the end of the day, respect is better than fame and money and attention. I had to learn that myself growing up, and I learned that. And like I said, I can see where Toni Braxton is coming from, but then again, I'm glad she didn't do it. Anyway, this is Boy Man Up. I'm chunking the deuce. I holla.